It was October of 2020, and they suddenly announced a new wave of COVID. Oh wow, we're suddenly gonna go home and we're gonna stay there in quarantine for the next 9 months. That's incredible, everyone thought, and myself included, because I finally had an excuse to watch YouTube for 10 hours straight every single day, to finally play video games whenever I wanted to. But this time, they added a twist. You see, last time, during the first wave of COVID, which happened during spring of 2020, we didn't have online lessons. No, they just sent us some homework that we needed to do and then we just sent it back. But this time we had online lessons. So it was different now. We actually had to wake up early, and this time we actually had classes at home. And if you've been watching this channel for a little while, then you probably know that I don't have the best experiences with school. Like, I don't get bad grades. When I genuinely study and when I genuinely try, I absolutely annihilate the exams. But back then, when my mental health was pretty shit, like I just wasn't trusting myself at all when it came to studying. Bro, I'm telling you, my grades were on a whole another level of shit. Like, I never got a D on my report card, but I was getting C's, left, right, and center. I never got more than 3 C's on my report card, but you get what I'm saying. It was still pretty bad for my mom. And the fact that our head teacher at that time was a complete Slovakian language addict, that didn't help us at all, because whenever we would say something wrong, like give her the wrong answer, she would scream at us with her high-pitched, screechy voice, like like if we said Voldemort in the world of Harry Potter, for example. And the problem was, this was happening every single day in school. This head teacher on Slovakian language was yelling at us constantly every single day. And you know what happens when a lot of these bad, stressful, fearful experiences happen at a particular place, right? That's how trauma is born. And when you get constantly yelled at every single day, then of course you start to despise school. Then of course you don't want to study because you just see no point in it. You just answer her incorrectly every single time and you get yelled at like if you were a dumbass, like a genuine retard. And then she would also say stuff like, how come you don't remember this? We went over it like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, or I don't know. But then, when the lessons finally ended and I could go home, bro, my home was my safe haven. They couldn't get me there. The traumatic experiences only applied in school. But now they didn't. They applied both to school and to my house in general. And so suddenly I had this stress in my house. Basically, if I don't answer her correctly, she would yell at me in my own safe haven, where I felt safe, where I could do anything, where I felt the most secure. She would invade that place and screech at me even here. And so you can imagine how negative this was towards my mental health and how much my bad habits and my instant gratification activities got a larger hold on me, a tighter grip. I was watching YouTube for 7 hours every single day, basically even during the online lessons, when we had breaks. I just basically loaded up YouTube instantly on Google Chrome so that I could get some quick dopamine before they would start to yell at us again. I would play video games with my classmates for 5 hours every single day, even though I was really bad at them, and they yelled at me for being really bad at them, but I still played them with them, because I was desperate for some of that social pleasure, which I just wasn't getting from the people around me. And worst of all, bro, my vaping addiction. Because during the peak of COVID, when we were locked at home during winter, basically it was snowing outside and I couldn't even go out to jump on my trampoline. Bro, those were the most down bad times that you can imagine. Back then I was vaping like 5 times every single day. And I know that that might not be as impressive as other people, but to me it really was. But still, COVID finally ended, but the damage was already done. My mental health drastically decreased, and my focus, my positive thinking, was out of the window. And so I continued like this, with this pathetic existence. During the entirety of 2021 and 2022, I didn't do anything with my life. Like, sure, I started to exercise, finally. I started actually doing some push-ups, but that didn't lead anywhere, and I was still the same loser. And bro, in early 2022, basically when I was switching schools, like I was going from primary school to middle school, I'm not gonna go really deep into this, but just know that that was one of the worst times of my life. And when late 2022 finally came, I remember looking myself in the mirror in my bathroom, and I was just disgusted with what I was seeing. My eyes were so full of red veins. Like, you know, when you constantly get bombarded with blue light, how you basically grow these like red veins in your eyes, which basically signalize that your eye health is getting worse. Well, I had so much of them. And when I looked more onto my physique, bro, that hurt my ego so fucking much. I was still that scared, depressed child back from those COVID days. I haven't moved a single step. And then suddenly, this all boiled down to a single point in summer of 2023, when on the YouTube homepage I finally got recommended a new video from a self-improvement YouTuber, and all I said was, fuck it. I started to wake up at 5 a.m. to exercise, to meditate, to gratitude journal, to actually do something with my life. And recently, after 11 months of exercising properly without just doing, push-ups like I have been doing for the past like 2.5 years, I finally started to take my exercising journey seriously. And bro, I recently got so much bicep gain that it wasn't even real. Like, I literally just looked myself in the mirror and I thought to myself, this isn't me. This is some other person, bro. What the fuck? And now, every single time that I look into the mirror, I can't help but just appreciate my physique that I have right now. And my parents make fun of me because they say that, oh, I have this, I have this, I have this. Because every single time that I look in the mirror, I can't help but just appreciate the vessel that I have built for my soul. I just cannot resist but to just appreciate all the hard work that I've put in over the past 11 months. And so the way to get into a good mood instantly is to make progress in something and to keep in mind this powerful mindset shift. The mindset shift of breaking the dam. Basically, the law of the universe works like this. Whenever you output positive energy, like for example, you smile at someone, you give someone an important lesson, you basically work on your physique, you read a book for example, you work on your business, you basically output this positive energy, this productive energy, because you're getting somewhere, you're achieving something in the long term. When you smile at someone and strike a conversation with them, like you genuinely cold approach them, you get more social intelligence. When you give someone value, you get a better relationship with them, and so that improves your social intelligence also. When you read a book, you become smarter, right? And when you exercise, you improve your mental and physical health also. You're actually moving somewhere towards a long-term goal. And when you constantly output this positive energy into the world, put in the effort to be productive, the universe will pay it back tenfold. And bro, the delayed gratification will be insane. And this is what breaking the dam is all about. When you imagine a dam that is holding out the water, how much water do you think it can hold back before the dam breaks and all the water starts flowing out? Well, this is exactly the same question when it comes to how much are you willing to be patient with the process? How long are you willing to basically grind on yourself to stay productive without seeing any rewards at all for the first like 90% of your way there? how much positive energy can you constantly output before you actually get the long-term rewards, the delayed gratification. Because as you become more and more productive, like for example, you work on your business, you post a video every single day, that's like adding water to the dam. And slowly but surely, in 6 months, the dam breaks, and all of the delayed gratification, the long-term rewards, come flowing in, and you suddenly make a fuck ton of money. Or for example, when you want to improve your social intelligence and you go out cold approaching, you basically study on how to become better at telling stories so you can deepen the relationships with the people that you already know, for example. One day, the dam will break and you will suddenly find your future wife and you will get her with no effort at all. And you will finally find the strong, masculine brothers with whom you can be in a healthy competition with. Because it is just inevitable. As you stay disciplined and as you stay focused and hardworking on these goals, and you make sure to put in the work every single day, tirelessly, relentlessly, like you go chasing after the goals like there's no tomorrow, the dam will break in no time, because you'll be constantly adding the water, the pressure to finally break it. And then when it breaks, the long-term rewards will come flowing out like there's no tomorrow. And so this is the way on how you can get into a good mood instantly, by doing something productive like reading a book, exercising, going outside. Whenever you improve at something, you always have to keep in mind that even though you're not seeing any progress at all, you're not getting any of the rewards that you're desiring, trust me, one day the dam will break and your success will look like a J curve. You know, like the letter J. Success is never linear. It's always like a J curve. Now, what is this thing that you can improve in? What is something that you can go all out? Well, you see, every single man on this planet shares the same 3 big desires of wealth, health, and relationships. Health is basically just improving your health in general, like your physical health, your mental health, by exercising, by doing the good habits like gratitude journaling, meditating, etc. And physical health, that's just fitness in general. Wealth is basically just getting more advanced in your business, like building a business that will bring you financial, location and time freedom, so that both you and your future wife don't have to work a single day for the rest of your life. And then there's relationships. It's basically just improving your social intelligence in general, like getting better at cold approaching women, for example, getting better at deepening the relationships that you already have. You get what I'm saying? Basically just getting prepared before the high quality people actually come to your life, like those strong masculine brothers who you can even cry on their shoulders with and on whom you can constantly rely on. And of course, your future 10 out of 10 godly wife. You basically just advance more and more in these 3 big desires, and you keep in mind the breaking the dam analogy, and bro, you will instantly get into a good mood, because you'll actually know that you're getting somewhere. Even if you just read a book for 5 pages every single day, if you just do 10 push-ups every single day, if you cold approach just 1 woman every single month, that's still progress. Even though, yeah, it's gonna take you a fuck ton more time to actually break the dam. But what matters is that you're outputting positive energy, that you're actually getting somewhere. And so if you're anything like me, like you actually want to work hard as fuck to get these long-term rewards, then you need to go all in on these 3 big desires. Like you need to literally tunnel vision the long-term rewards even 10 months in advance. And you need to use it as a constant reminder to keep going. Because let's face it, life as a man is not easy. We already know that. And so when you actually want to annihilate your depression, when you want to get over the bad mood, the negative thinking that you get all the time, you actually have to put in the effort. But let me tell you, diamonds are forged from pressure. And so if you just stay patient with the process, eventually you will turn into that diamond. So just keep going, okay? And don't, for the love of God, please don't take the shitty advice that the 99% of people tell. You know, like, oh, if you're in a bad mood, just eat a chocolate bar, for example, or just watch cat videos on YouTube. Oh, it's okay to just spend 1 more hour on playing video games every single day. If your IQ is in the double digits, then you already know that this right here is bullshit. The way to fix your addictions on the instant gratification activities, you know, like watching YouTube, playing video games for 10 hours every single day, fapping like 10 times every single day, the way to cure them is to actually work on the delayed gratification, on the things that will bring you enjoyment in the long term. Not to basically indulge more in the instant gratification activities, because that's how addictions are made. But guess what? As men on self-improvement, we like to take challenges. So even though that we fucking hate these people for telling us to just stay weak and to just settle for mediocrity, we can still be grateful for them because they are testing us every single day to make sure that we actually are the hardworking, disciplined, strong, masculine, stoic men that we actually are, who are working on their goals every single day for the rest of their lives. Just remember this. If you don't want to be like the lame 99% of people who just spend time in clubs most of the time, who take literal drugs, who drink alcohol, who scroll on short form content for 10 hours every single day, who play video games for 5 hours every single day, who masturbate like 10 times probably every single day, then just do the exact opposite. They indulge more in the instant gratification activities, and look where that's taking them. And as a last tip for making it this far into the video, if you want to get into a good mood right now after watching this video, instantly, without first having to apply this mindset and start doing this productive activity, just go outside, bro. You can just explore the nature, look into the sun. Like, when was the last time after you woke up you actually took sunlight into your eyes? When was the last time you actually climbed a tree, jumped over a river? When was the last time you actually done a cardio activity, you know, like running outside or jumping on a trampoline, for example? That's right, you can't even remember, and yet you still wonder why you're in a constantly bad mood all the time. Just think about our ancestors from tens of thousands of years ago. Do you think that they had mental health issues like anxiety and depression? Of course not. They went outside and explored like there was no tomorrow. And so you need to do that too. You need to dedicate at least half an hour of a day every single day to spend outside. You don't have to go out exploring into nature. All you have to do is just take in some vitamin D for 30 minutes every single day, and that will be enough. Okay, so remember, breaking the dam and being positive to the outside world, being productive in something, and going out into nature. Those two things will get you into a good mood instantly. By the way, bro, if you want to join a powerful clan, if you want to get closer to people like me and to other people who are working hard on themselves every single day, they are refusing to stay normal like the 99% of people. If you want to find more people who share the same values as you, and if you want to explode your progress on self-improvement, then join our clan, our Discord server, in the description. I know that you will find your place in there. With that, I hope you found some value in this video. You can comment on which part of the video you liked the most. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you